Good morning everyone. So today we are going to do inverse of a matrix by elementary row transformation. Okay. So we have already learned how to find inverse of a matrix by using this formula, that A inverse will be equal to adjoint of A upon determinant of A. Yes, we have already learned this. Now we are going to learn how to find the inverse of a matrix by elementary row transformations. Okay. So there are three types of elementary row transformation. Means what are those changes that you can make in a matrix. So firstly, you may interchange any two rows. Okay, and this is how we are going to denote. Let's say I'm interchanging first and second row. Okay, then I'll be writing like this. So you're allowed to interchange the rows, two rows, okay, according to your convenience. So here A, suppose this is a matrix and I am applying this, interchanging row 1 with row 2, then we will get this. Okay, so this is allowed. This is allowed. Okay, and number 2, multiplication of the elements of any row by a non-zero scalar quantity k. Firstly, it is denoted by this. Okay, and what it's trying to say, you can understand by this example. Let's say I have a matrix. This is the matrix. Okay, and then what I can do, I can multiply any row, okay, by a constant. Let's say here I am multiplying the third row by 2. Okay, so this is how we write, like R3 becomes 2 times R3, and this you will get. Okay, you can see 0 2 is 0, 1 2 is 2, 2 2 is 4. Okay, so firstly you can interchange the two rows. Secondly, you can multiply a constant to any row. Okay, and thirdly what you can do is addition of constant multiplication of any row to the corresponding element of any other row. Like what you can do, you can multiply any row by a constant, and whatever result you are getting, okay, that can be added to corresponding element of other row. Okay, like here this is my second row. Okay, and I can multiply the first row by 2, let's say. Okay, and then I can, or you can say I am multiplying the first row by -2. Okay, and then I will add to the second row. Okay, so these things can be done. This is what third transformation says, addition of a constant multiplication. So this type of things we have done in determinants also while using those properties. Okay, but in determinants what we did is, while solving a question, while proving something, we had freedom of like using row as well as column. Okay, we can operate row in one step, in the other step we can operate column. So these liberty was there. Okay, but here once you have started with the row transformation, you will carry on till the last step. Okay, so that's why we are not discussing about the column transformation, though the column transformation is same as this. Okay, now what are the steps while finding the inverse of a matrix using this row transformation? So first thing what you are supposed to do, suppose you have been given a matrix A and you have been asked to find its inverse. Then what you will do, you take that matrix, and that matrix should be written like this. The first step is to write matrix like this. Okay, let's say this matrix A was of order 3 by 3. Then for example you have like this 1 2 3 4 7 0 1 2 0. Let's say this is A matrix. Okay, so you have to, first step will be to write this matrix, then equal to, since this is 3 by 3, then you have to write an identity of order 3. Okay, and then you have to again write the same matrix A, 1 2 3 4 7 0 1 to 0. Okay, this is the first step. Then second step is to perform elementary row operations to obtain a new matrix equation of the type I equal to PA. So like here I have written this, first step is done. Now next what I am supposed to do, I should be applying the rows elementary row operation, and I should make this at the end on the left hand side. Okay, you should be getting identity, you should be getting identity, and while you are doing this elementary row operation, so that will be operated on this as well as on this identity matrix. So what will happen at the end, on the left you are left with identity, and this side you will get one matrix. Okay, so this will be denoted as P. So P into A, you are getting identity. So obviously this P is inverse of A, or you can say A is inverse of P. Okay, anyway, just reading this theory will I know many of you will not understand, but once we start doing some, okay, things will be more clear to you. Okay, so we will move on to exercise 5.3. So let us see. Okay, so here we have got our exercise 5.3, and here it says find the inverse of the following matrices by using elementary row operations or transformation. Question number 1, it's a 2 by 2 matrix, and we are supposed to get its inverse, and you know that a matrix will have its inverse only if its determinant is not equal to 0. Okay, so this is our first duty, okay, to check whether this will have an inverse or not. Okay, so what we'll do, we will find its determinant. Okay, so solution, let A be this given matrix. Okay, this is the given matrix. This implies that determinant of this will be 3, 4, 2, 3. Here 3 3s are 9 minus 2 4s are 8. It's coming 1, which is not equal to 0. Therefore, A inverse exists. Okay. If this had come 0, then there was no use of doing any type of elementary row transformation, this, that and all. Okay, you would have never got its inverse, because you know that a matrix will have its inverse only if its determinant is not equal to 0. So here we are getting determinant equal to 1, which is not equal to 0. Therefore, it has an inverse. Okay, so here we are not supposed to use this formula. Okay, we don't have to use this formula, because already they have mentioned what we are supposed to do over here. Okay, we need to do elementary row operations, okay, on this matrix to get its inverse. So firstly we check that whether it will have an inverse or not. So here we saw that it will have inverse. Now we will proceed to elementary row transformation. So you can see these are the steps. The first step is to write the given matrix as this, A equal to IA. Okay, so I will write now A equal to IA. So next step, 3 4 2 3, done. Since this matrix A is of order 2 by 2, so your identity will be also by order 2 by 2. Okay, 3 4 2 3. Now what next? Now next is to make this one, to make this 1, to make this 0, and to make this 0. Okay, how we are going to make them 1 1 and this 0 0? By using row elementary row transformation. Okay, and when we'll be trying to make this 1, this 0, in that case we will be applying this transformations on this matrix A as well as on this identity which we have on the right. Okay, so that way we'll get one matrix over here. Okay, and this will be completely an identity matrix, and therefore we'll get the inverse of A. Okay, so suppose I want to make this 1. Okay, I want to make this 1. How I can make it 1? So here you can see this is 2, this is 2. So if I operate this, that R1 tends to R1 minus R2. Can I operate this? So by this, what we'll get? So 3 minus 2, you'll get 1. 4 minus 3, you'll get 1, and this will remain as it is. And same operation, okay, what you have written over here has to be done on this identity matrix. Okay, so 1 minus 0 simply 1, and 0 minus 1, it will be minus 1. Done. So this is 1. Okay, I should make this now 0, this one 1, and this one 0. Now I want to make this one 0. Okay, so I can operate like this, that R2 tends to R2 minus 2 times R1. Can I do this? Yes. So that means I'm multiplying the first one by 2 and then I'm subtracting from second. Okay, so 1 1, and this will 2 into 1, so 2. Okay, so 2 minus 2 will become 0. Here it is 2, so 3 minus 2, it will be 1. Okay, same thing has to be done over here. So first is multiplied by 2 and then subtracted from the second row. Okay, so 1 minus 1, and here you will get minus 2. So here it becomes minus 2, so 1 minus minus 2 will be 3. Done. Now next, only one thing is left. Okay, and that is to make this 0. Yes, so it's very easy. We can operate this, that R1 tends to R1 minus R2. So I will get this 1 0 0 1, and here 1 minus minus 2 will be 3. Okay, minus 1 minus 3, it will be minus 4. Okay, so you got identity this side. Yes, this is the identity, this is the matrix A. Okay, and then this matrix that you have got over here will be inverse of A. Okay, therefore A inverse is equal to this one, 3 minus 4 minus 2 3. Okay. Okay, now let us see question number 6. So we have to find its inverse using elementary row transformation. Solution: let A equal to this 2 minus 1 4 minus 3 0 1 minus 1 1 2. before we operate this elementary one operation, we need to check whether this will have an inverse or not. Okay, so now determinant of this will be this 0 1 1 2 minus minus 1 minus 3 1 minus 1 2 plus 4 minus 3 0 minus 1 1. So here 2 times 0 minus 1 plus 1 minus 6 plus 1, 4 times minus 3 minus 0, so minus 2 minus 5 minus 12 equal to minus 19, which is not equal to 0. Therefore A inverse exists. Okay, now next A equal to IA. Yes, this is my first step. So A is 2 minus 1 4 minus 3 0 1 minus 1 1 2 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 1, and here matrix A. Since we are not going to operate on this matrix A, so we can simply denote by its symbol. Okay, now here on the left hand side I want this identity matrix. Okay, that means in the first row I want 1 0 0, so it would be better to take this third row to the first row. Okay, so R1 interchanges with R3 and we will get this minus 1 1 2, then minus 3 0 1 2 minus 1 4, and here 0 0 1 0 1 0 0 sorry 1 0 0 A. So by first operation we got this. Now what I can do is I have to make these 0. Yes, in the first column these two should be 0, so I need to make this 0. By using the first row I can make them 0, so R2 will be this. If here it's minus 3, if I add 3 to this, yes, then this will become 0. So I can do this R2 minus 3 times R1, and R3 I can do this R3 plus 2 times R1. So I will get this minus 1 1 2. So I am multiplying the first row by 3 and then I am subtracting from the second. Okay, so when you multiply 3, so you get minus 3, so minus 3 will become 0, and here 0 minus 3 simply minus 3, and 1 minus 6 minus 5, and here we have to multiply by 2 and then add to this, so this will become 0, and into 2, and here minus 1 plus 2 will be 1, and 4 plus 4 it will be 8. Same thing this side, so we have to multiply by 3 and then subtract. Yes, so 0 0 1, this will remain 0, this will also this will be 1, and here 3, so 0 minus 3 will be minus 3, and here we have to multiply by 2 and then add to the third, so it will be 1 only, it will be 0, and this will become 2. Done. Since I need the first element as 1, so I should multiply throughout by -1, okay, to make this 1. So I will write R1 will become -1 into R1. So by doing that I am getting 1, -1, -2, 0, -3, -5, 0, 1, 8. This side you are getting 0, 0, -1, 0, 1, -3, 1, 0, 2. Okay. And so in the first column I got 0, 0. Okay. I need to make 0 here. Okay. So I can use the third row and that will help me, because if I simply add the third row to the first, this will become 0. Yes. And here I want 1. So if I add 4 over here, then I can make it 1. So in order to add 4, I should multiply this third row by 4 first, then add to the second. Okay. So we have to operate like this. Row 1 will become like this, R1 plus R3, and the second row will be like this, R2 plus 4 times R3. So we will get 1, 0, and here you will get 6, and here 0, here 1, and 8 4s are 32. So -5 plus 32 will be 27. Okay. And here simply 0, 1, 8. Same thing has to be done over here also. So your first row will be R1 plus R3. So 1, 0, and 1. Second row should be R2 plus 4 times R3. So it will be 4, simply 1, and this will be 5, because -3 plus 8, and here 1, 0, 2. Now I want to make this 0. Okay. So for that I have to use the second row. So R3 will become this now. 1, 0, 6, 0, 1, 27, 0, 0, 8 minus 27 will be -19. Same thing this side. So 1, 0, 1, 4, 1, 5. 1 minus 4 will be -3. 0 minus 1 will be -1. 2 minus 5 will be -3a. And here I want, I should have only 1 over here. Okay. So for that what I can do, I can operate like this. Done. So we will get this 1, 0, 6, 0, 1, 27, 0, 0, 1, and here we'll get 1, 0, 1, 4, 1, 5, 3 by 19, 1 by 19, 3 by 19, and here a. Now we have to make these two 0, so I can use third row to make them 0. So R1 will become this, and R2 will be this. Sorry, here will be 6 times R3, and here will be 27 times R3, because here it's 6, so 6 minus 6, that's why I'm multiplying by 6 then subtracting. Here 27, so first multiply by 27 then subtract. Okay, so here we will get 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 1, and this side also we are supposed to do the same thing. So 1 minus 6 times this, yes, so it will be 18 by 19. This will be 0 minus 6 by 19. This will be 1 minus 18 by 19, because I am multiplying the third row by 6 then subtracting from the corresponding element of the first row. Okay, that's why. So when you multiply by 6, no, then it will become 18 by 19. So 1 minus 18 by 19. Yes. Now we have to do 4 minus 27 times this. So we'll get 4 minus 27 by, so it will be 81 upon 19. Here 1 minus 27 upon 19. Here 5 minus 81 upon 19, because 27 into 3, 3 7s are 21, 81. Okay, so 3 7 are 21, so 1 over here and then 2, so 3 to 6 and this 8. So firstly you have to multiply these elements by 27, so 81 by 19, so 4 minus 81 by 19, 1 minus 27 by 19, 5 minus 81 by 19, and here 3 by 19, 1 by 19, 3 by 19 into A. So this becomes identity. Now I can write like this, and here we have to simplify. So here LCM is 19, so 19 minus 18, so you will get 1 upon 19 over here. Here you will get minus 6 upon 19. Here also you are getting 1 by 19, and here 19 fours are 4 nines are will come 76. So 76 minus 81 will be minus 5 by 19. Here it will be 19 minus 27. Yes, so it will be minus 8 upon 19, and here 19 into 5. Okay, so 19 into 5, you know, it's 95. So 95 minus 81. Yes, it will be 14 by 19, and here we have 3 by 19, 1 by 19, 3 by 19. Done. Into A. In the next step, you can see in each row 19 is in the denominator. So 1 by 19 comes out common. You are left with 1, minus 6, 1, minus 5, minus 8, 14, 3, 1, 3 into A. Okay. So here your inverse will be this 1 by 19, 1 minus 6, 1 minus 5, minus 8, 14, 3, 1, 3. Okay. Okay, question number 7 will be your homework. Using elementary row operation, you have to find its inverse. Okay. And with this chapter gets over.